how are you good with money?
I believe I am.
Yeah, but you also you've been to college, right?
Yes.
Study a lot.
Yes.
So doesn't it just make sense for you to be good with money?
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean,
I will
there's
say-
exceptions to every rule, but
Right.
for the most part,
I will say though, many people do work hard and they become a judge or a lawyer or a banker or a comedian or whatever, successful, and they didn't do enough work on the money talent side. They did a bunch of work on the performance talent side, but they didn't do any work on the money talent side. So then they're just clueless when that money does start coming in. And what would be ideal is kind of what you're starting to do, is like, yo, all right, I'm gonna keep working my ass off in comedy, but let me start learning
working on
about
business side.
Stephen Covey's 7 Habits. Let me start understanding what I do with this money. Should I open up a Robinhood account? Yeah, I am gonna open up a Robinhood account, and you did. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't do that, and they don't, and so like, you know, you hopefully want to be, I believe, acquiring skills broadly in a more balanced way. Yeah, you know, I'll say personally, man, like I think I was too money vigilant. I was too good with money. You know what I'm saying? In a way that I think negatively impacted me, where I was too obsessed with money, maybe too money worshiping. Maybe to this day, man, who am I kidding, right? Like a big struggle I was having with. I was telling Chris about this today. I wonder what you think about this. But like, I just got real with myself lately, and I was like, you know what, man? I got 2 major voices in my head, and both are really shaming me right now. One voice is like, hey, man, how are you ever going to have a good stand-up set or a good improv set or a good podcast set or a good web series or something if you're only doing it to make money for your family? Like, that's noble, making money for your family, but I'm sorry, it's art. It's art. The more you make it commerce, it just don't come out like art. And then I got this other voice, so it's yelling at me. It's like, be honest, do art, be earnest, be sincere. That's art. I got this other voice in me saying, hey, man, what the hell you doing comedy at 38 years old, man? You need to go get a job and make some real money. Your baby needs some diapers. Yeah. And so I got these 2 voices like, art, money, art, money, art.
Well,
money.
the cool thing about it is they're both right. That's the cool thing about both. They're both right. That's the cool thing.
I think they are both right.
But you have to. But here's the thing: it's a balance to everything. It's a yin yang. It's nothing that says you can't have money and do your art. You just have to. But this is the question you ask yourself: where's the fun balance? And this is why I say,
where's the what balance?
Fun balance.
Fun.
Yeah.
F-U-N.
Yeah. And what I would say is how much art can you do where you still love art and you make sure you're loving it, but you're not taking away from your family. You just gotta find that middle ground, and that's a hard middle ground to find, but it's findable. You just gotta put yourself in a situation where you're still having fun. If you're having fun, you're doing everything right. Because here's the cool thing about life. Be honest with you, you're gonna die regardless. We all die. So if you're doing what makes you happy, and one thing that makes you happy is probably taking care of your kids. So if you're taking care of your kids, and after you get done taking your kid, you do 1 or 2 mics, you feel fulfilled, you had a good day.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
What we get caught up in, and this is back to the money thing, is we think these made up goals of what bring happiness. That don't bring happiness. Well, yeah. So I'm back to what I'm saying. The fun thing about life is
fun balance.
Fun balance is you just gotta get to a point where you're doing what makes you happy. And it sounds cliche, but it's only cliche. Here's the cool thing about cliches: they're mostly right. That's one thing people don't say about cliches. They're mostly right.
Right. They wouldn't be cliches if they weren't right.
Exactly.
They get repeated so much.
It's like a book that's been around. That old saying: if a book's been around for 100 years, it's most likely gonna be around 100 more years.
Right.
But you just gotta find that fun balance where you're still happy with what you're doing, and then everything else comes. If you don't worry about, and this sounds bullshit, but if you don't actually worry about the goal at the end, now you gotta have goals because you don't want to just be doing.
Want to be ambitious, yeah.
But at the same time, you have the goal to make you want to work harder, but not because that's what you need. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you're saying is like you got to have the goal, super ambitious. Like my goal was
huge.
This: I'm gonna make money from comedy.
Exactly.
Big goal. And I'm like, all right, that's all I'm gonna. Every morning I wake up, I'm gonna ask myself, did I make money today from comedy? No, I'm not happy with you, Amr. Did I make money today? No, I'm not happy with you. Every day I'm waking up unhappy. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, but
and I'm like, that's not working. Should I change the goal? Should I blow out that goal? Should I get rid of that goal? I was like, you know what? Let's keep that goal, but let's stop focusing on that goal. We'll just keep that one in the back of my mind. The front of my mind, I'm going to make a goal of, let me start a podcast.
Exactly.
Something in my control, because I don't know if I'm going to make money.
Exactly, and that's perfect. And then what you should do, I think the reason why you got mad because I had the same goal and I got mad too is because that goal you can't reach that goal right now, and because you're swinging it and you're missing so much, you're getting mad at this miss.
Yep.
But all you gotta do is to give yourself something to hit to bring it down a little bit.
Right.
And the reason why this podcast is so dope is because you're doing it. You won. You did what you said you did. You feel complete, right?
Right. The goal, exactly. I feel a little better, right?
That's it. And you're having fun. And you knocked down everything. You had fun. You did what you're supposed to do. You got your goal. It's a good day.
Right. That's a different thing to focus on. You know what I'm saying?
And then, but what you do is you give yourself goals that you have to wait for, but you can attain.
Right.
That's what I think.
Yep. I think that's right. And those can be attainable on the way to that bigger ambition.
But at the same time, the money thing, which is a good goal to have, because I'm trying to have it too, you keep it. But you just give yourself something to reach. It's like a checkpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's
Intermediate goal.
It's like, because here's to be honest, I love video games, but if I didn't get to the checkpoint every now and then, I'll probably I'll quit because I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna beat the game. I'm not gonna beat the game. You know?
Totally agree.
It's like working out.
Totally agree. So I think what ends up happening with these mega millions and these billions, right? It is they keep us unfocused. It keeps us like in the rat race.
Is exactly what it does.
It keeps us. Instead of growing and doing what we really want to do.
Because I've had so many. I've seen my grandma my whole life buy lottery tickets every day after work. She's been buying lottery tickets every day after work since I was a kid, and of course before then. She's 70 now. She probably been buying lottery tickets since she was 25.
Right.
That's I don't know. I don't want to do the math, but just know it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Just imagine if she put it in stocks, like you said, something that she could actually attain. The amount of money she can have right now, it'd be unreal.
Right.
But it's this pipe dream. But that's what we want to believe in. We want to believe in a pipe dream.
And I'm sorry, I can't blame you. I can't put all the blame on your grandma, right? She lives inside of this frenzied culture, right? She's just one person in this big ocean, and her head is underwater with all of our other heads are underwater, and it's like, yo, she may not have the experience in life to say exactly what we're saying right now. She may not come across someone and be like, yo, put this in this stock market. And like I said in the beginning, most people who are getting rich off the stock market are not people like us.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's high net worth, super rich people around the world, you know.
People who already know.
Yeah. So I guess I'm bringing up mega millions in this $1.6 billion thing because it's like, yo, it's check out your beliefs because we're all believing the same thing. It's not just mega millions. Everything. Like why don't they give away, I don't know, a house instead of money? Why don't they give away a car? Why don't they give they do cash on purpose because they want us to worship money and see it not as a means to an end, but as the end.
Also,
itself.
they know. Here's the thing. A house has value. The cool thing about money is they know if you give a poor person money, it's gonna be gone. Because I think you touched on it earlier. You still gotta learn how to spend money. That's this reason why I've been trying to read. It's a lifestyle. If you make more money, the thing about being in the rat race is not the money part about it. That's not the rat. The rat race is you're spending too much, so you have to work harder to spend too much.
Right.
So the cool thing about having more money is that don't take you out the rat race. I'm making more money now. I've only been making it for a few weeks, but even then, I'm still broke as I was when I was not making money
because you're spending more.
That's it.
Right.
Just
it's
that
tricky.
simple.
It's tricky. I mean, I believe you do want to, as you make more money, have new goals, and you might buy a little bit of a bigger house, and that kind of it keeps you hungry. You know what I mean? The carrot. However, I think what we're saying is like, you know, you don't want to screw up that balance in a way where you're spending more than you're bringing in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's a balance.
That's a mindset thing. I know for me being black, my whole life I've been taught once you get a check, go spend it on clothes.
Go spend it on clothes.
That's an urban. That's not even a black thing. That's just anybody who. That's an urban thing. Anybody who grew up poor. Once you get money, the first thing you gotta do is prove you have money. So
show it on your body, right?
Exactly.
On your person.
Because if you don't have, I don't care how much money I have in my pocket. If I don't have the new pair of Jordans on, I ain't nobody.
I got you.
So that and I don't have the new pair of Jordans on.
Chris just looked at.
I'm glad
this check.
It's a podcast, but we can say it.
Shiny dress shoes.
I do have some good dress shoes on. Nice little suit on. Came from work.
Damn.
Suit and tie. White privilege money. Yeah. So it's a mindset thing. I think, and first of all, I'm glad you have the podcast. I think this is dope. But you just gotta teach people to have a better mindset for money.
Yeah.
I think that's where it starts.
I think that's what this last part of the thing was. Is just like check out your beliefs, challenge your beliefs, notice that you actually probably believe deep down that money will solve all your problems.
Mhm.
When in fact that isn't true. It will not. Money
won't.
will actually just be a small tool to help you do what you really want to do. How
Right.
many people say like, "Oh, if I only had money, I would
Exactly.
really do comedy. I really do make a movie. I really do." It's like you could do that.
You can do it now.
could
and
do it.
And to your point, that's what the Mega Millions fuck people up. Because here's the thing I've learned from just reading books and shit and just going through life is, ain't nobody stopping you for doing anything. Now, there's a few bigger things it might take some time to get to. But look at this podcast. If this podcast blows up in a year or two, the only reason it blew up is because you did it.
Mm.
And you know, everything that told you can do it is the same thing that told you couldn't. Everything that said I couldn't, it's too much to get, it's too many people, I don't know how to put this together,
Right.
I don't know if I can find a room, I don't know if comics want to do. I mean, the same thing. Like, yeah, but I know a lot of I have a lot of friends who are comics. I know, what's your name one more time?
Chris.
I know Chris. I got time. I got something I'm passionate about. You could easily not done this podcast.
Right.
And you could easily not have the benefits.
Right.
But that's what Mega Millions and stuff like that teaches you is, oh, you can't do it because you don't have the money.
right.
The reason why you're not going to do it because
That's it. That's what our culture, Mega Millions, and everything else around the things like Mega Millions are teaching us. Your problems will all be solved if you have money.
Yep.
And that's just not true. And so I'm
Mhm.
inviting you all to listen to that and listen to yourself say that and be like, wait, if that's not true, what is true? Well, what's true is money is a skill you can learn
It is.
very simply. Like I said,
it's not
open up
simple,
this.
but you could.
Yeah, like I said, for saving, it's open up in a stock
Mhm.
account. It's all free. Robinhood is free. You don't pay any money for it. For managing your money, it's just like keeping a small budget, spending less than you make. It's really like that, spending less than you make. You know what I mean? So really, what you have to understand is, okay, I have this goal I want to do. Who can tell me if I want to make a movie, for example? Who can help me get the funding for this movie? Oh, my movie's gonna cost $500,000. Guess what? People out there want to give you $500,000 if you want to make a movie. They really do. If you put your shit together, they want to give you that money. You want to do a comedy career. Guess what? There's agents out there that want to help you make that bigger comedy career, and so on and so forth. So it's just a matter of, not allowing money to be the reason you don't do something.
I agree. You gotta take what you want in this day and time. Life gives you what you are. You gotta take it. And I'm like, yeah. That's also the problem with social media. It's the same thing we just talked about. I'm sorry, did I step on something?
Well, what do you mean by social media?
Is the fact that you see all these
Related
people,
to money in a way?
kind of in the sense of the way it makes you
Status,
feel.
probably, right?
Yeah, in the sense of the thing about Mega Millions is it makes you feel kind of hopeless. In the sense you're like, oh, if I had that. The same thing with social
Right.
media when you see people living this supposedly great life, you go,
Yeah.
oh, if I had that,
If I had that, right?
if I had that, I could do this, I could do that.
Right.
But people don't understand. You could. That's it.
Ah.
And here's another thing.
Damn.
Back to the goals. People understand small goals are just as good as big goals.
Mm.
And that's another thing. I'm like, sometimes you just gotta take the first step,
Yep.
which is listen to this podcast.
There you go, baby. That's
Did he
business.
just promote this podcast.
Savage, man.
on
You
the
savage,
same
man.
Podcast?
That's why we asked you to come on. Savage, man. On that note, we are business news and other shit. We had an awesome guest today. I appreciate you coming
Thanks
out,
for
St.
having me.
James. Absolutely, man. You were the perfect guest. Like I told you, man, we want someone who has general thoughts and maybe not too much experience, so that they can get you can relate more, frankly, to the average listener. To be honest with you, my head's in the clouds sometimes with a lot of this Wall Street stuff. So, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for
Our
having
main
me.
man, Chris. Thank you very much for being
You're
here,
the man,
brother.
Chris.
Yo.
Love this man. We'll catch you all next time.
Love you,
Peace.
dog.